Okay. Hey, how are you?
Hi.
Hi, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Yep. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to What's Behind the Bra. I'm your host, Monique Bass.
Ow.
And tonight we have breast cancer survivor. I am a breast cancer survivor, founder of the nonprofit What's Behind the Bra, and your sister in the fight to bring awareness, healing, and real conversations to the forefront.
I love
This
this.
this podcast is a safe space where we share real stories, real journeys, and what people are truly carrying behind that smile. Because
Oh,
every bra, behind every diagnosis, and behind every life challenge, there is a story that deserves to be heard. Each week, we sit down with incredible guests who share their journeys of survival, faith, resilience, and purpose to inspire others who may be walking in a similar path. Before we begin tonight's powerful conversation, I want to thank one of our sponsors, Aspire Drinks. Tonight's episode is sponsored by Aspire Healthy Energy Drink, the healthy energy drink with no sugar, no calories, and no crash. If you're looking for a clean boost of energy to power through your day, head over to aspiredrinks.com and use promo code MOBASS, MOBASS, for a discount on your order. Now let's get into tonight's powerful conversation.
mm.
Tonight's episode, we have the beautiful Ronita Boyles. Welcome, Ronita.
I'll
How
be
are
my own
you?
audience.
How you doing?
It is well.
It is well. Well, tell us, Ronita, tell us a little bit about who you were before diagnosis.
Okay. First, I want to thank you for inviting me to this platform, and just know that you're not alone. I've been praying for your success and the people that you're touching and connecting with, and I'll continue to keep you lifted up in my prayers.
Oh, thank you so much.
For
Appreciate it.
sure. Before I was diagnosed, I I was an instructor at Paul Mitchell, and I still currently am a hairstylist and a cosmetology instructor, and a girl, just a bad girl that like drag racing and getting money. I still do.
Drag racing. Okay.
I love drag racing. My dad, he left me in 2011, but as a child, he had me at the racetrack with him. So I was raised up drag racing with my dad, and
And
then
what does that entail? Because I don't think I'm familiar with drag racing.
it's like two cars lining up to the finish line.
Oh, it's like somebody stands in the middle and they take the flags and drop them down and they go?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yep, we were going to Milan, Michigan on a regular, and Lapeer, Michigan on a regular. He drag raced the 68 Firebird.
Okay.
I
I've
still
never
have it.
never been to Michigan. I would one day I'm gonna come out there and visit you.
And I'll take you drag racing.
Okay. Wow, that's an experience.
Yeah,
I
you'll love.
always love to do different things, experience different things.
Yep.
Come
So
back like, Mom, what you do? I went drag racing. They could be like, oh, that's Mo, she's crazy.
you'll love it.
So you're from Pontiac, Michigan.
Yes, born and raised in Pontiac. Um, hadn't had any kids, and so prior to cancer, I was my baby was my businesses with a S, and just touching and inspiring future professionals in the industry to go out there and get it.
Okay. So tell us about the day that the green monster or that green gremlin snuck up on you.
Well, prior to that, let me rewind the story. It was because he works things out. And not that I just was a goal person, always a goal person. And something just was like, redo your house, put some new furniture in it. And so I redid my bathroom. And then you know how when you do one room, it's like, oh, now this look dated. And then it kept spilled out.
Mhm.
So freshly remodeled home. And then I was working out with a trainer 3 to 4 days a week. So I was getting it in, and then I lost a fellow friend that I grew up with
Mhm.
in March of the same year I was diagnosed. Actually, I lost her in February, a couple days after my birthday. And then I freaked out like, oh my God, she didn't know that she had breast cancer and it spread to her brain. And then next thing you know, she was on a ventilator and she was gone a couple days later. And come to find out, it was breast cancer that had spread. And so I freaked out and I called and I was like, hey, I need to get in and get my mammogram, And they were like, Miss Boyles, you're not due until March unless you want to
Mhm.
come out of pocket. So I
Right.
waited, and my my mammogram came back dense tissue at the bottom. And then this was in March. In July of the same year, I felt a lump in the shower.
Okay.
And I was dating a friend, and I asked him, what should I do? And he was like, you should go get that checked out. And September of that same year, I was diagnosed, and I had uh, stage 3.
And this was 2023.
2023, yep. I had my mammogram in March. July, I felt the lump. August, September, August, I go to the doctor, and by September, I get my diagnosis.
Now, did you have mammograms prior?
Yep, ever since I was 40, so I was 43.
Okay, so
And
this
I
that was
did
your
not
third
have
one.
any symptoms. I didn't have a discharge. I didn't have any diarrhea, no fatigue, no kind of symptoms.
Mhm.
Just normal, just in the shower. And I was like, and you feel on one side and then you feel the other side and you're like, it's not over here. And
Right.
so then my doctor put in an order for me to go, because of course they don't give you a mammogram unless you have a referral from your doctor.
Right.
And the lady had pushed that out a month, and my doctor was like, no, she needs to get in like now. And so by that Monday, I was in there and I got a mammogram. And by like the end of that week, I knew that I had stage 3 breast cancer. And so that was September. By November was my first chemo treatment. So you go through all these tests to see what is it, HR2 or BRCA. Honestly, I didn't even know what I was testing for or what was going on at the time.
Does it run in your family?
No, my dad had prostate cancer, I believe, but
Mhm.
he didn't pass away from that. He passed away from a heart attack.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
However, it did show that you get the DNA testing, and it shows that one of my parents carried the genetic testing.
Okay. That was the BRCA gene.
Yes.
Okay, so you were positive for the BRCA gene.
Yep.
Wow. You know what's crazy is that like finding out that you're like stage 3 when you find out you have cancer.
Yeah.
Like that, like when I found out, I also found the lump myself and then went to the doctor and I was stage 1. So I don't know how I would react because it's like stage 3. Like, wait a minute, it's bad enough knowing that I have cancer. Now you're telling me I got stage 3? Like, what happened to 1 and 2?
1 and 2. Yeah.
Right. Like, how did it get to stage 3?
And you would think that mammogram in March would have said stage 1.
Exactly.
But I'm
Exactly.
so grateful now for technology because they do 3D imaging. They do more in depth because those mammograms were reading dense breast tissue. That's
Yep.
not, yep.
Yep. A lot of people say, oh, the mammogram said dense tissue, fatty tissue, cyst. With me, it was like papilloma. You have a papilloma. Let's keep an eye on it every 6 months. That's what they were telling me. But it was growing. So I'm like, okay, every 6 months. And then after a year, after COVID, I'm like, wait, this is growing. It has all different lines going, veins showing. And I said, listen, take that papilloma out and test it, please. She was like, oh, we're going to go and we're going to biopsy it again. This is like my third biopsy. All three were benign. I said, okay, just take it out.
Yeah.
Once they took it out, they were like, oh my God, what we were watching was a papilloma, but behind it, it was developing cancer. So I guess the needle wasn't going back further enough. And I said to myself, had I listened and said, like, every 6 months, just keep watching it, just keep testing it, I could have been like stage 3, stage 4, you know? And I'm like, no, I knew that I didn't have a lump like that ever. And I just said to myself, take it out, like, test it. And that's how,
so good.
that's why I tell people, you know, advocate for yourself. Like, we want to go to the doctor and be like, oh, there's a lump there, but they said it's good. The machine said it's okay. Like,
no,
you know, you leave and like, okay, it said okay, but no, you have to know your body and know that that wasn't there and that doesn't feel right.
Yes.
You know, and that's what advocating for yourself is.
Yes. And still to today, I'm learning that in this new space where you're like shadowed by the thought of, is that it? Like, could that be it? My back hurting, is that it? My pinky toe hurt. Oh my God, is that it? You know, and so I think my doctor, she knows. I'm like, how can you test me now? How do you know it hasn't metastasized? She goes, you're freaking out. I'm like, no, I'm not freaking out. What? And then she goes, we're keeping an eye on you because of the medicine that we have you on. So they do labs. And so I get the results of the lab. What in the lab are we looking at that will tell you whether or not it has metastasized and went somewhere else?
Right. I even said to myself, like, I went to her, the doctor, the oncologist. I'm like, can I get a PET scan now to tell me? You know,
I don't understand why we gotta beg for that.
That's bad. I'm like, she's like, no, you don't want to do that because then you might find other things that's not necessary. But to me, I don't understand that part either. Like, I had a friend that she just went somewhere else and had it where they gave her a PET scan. Like, she did. So she went to Kessler. She went to Sloan Kettering, and just went somewhere different and got her PET scan. So it can be done if you really want to do it, you know, just to find out. Because it's like once you ring that bell, you're like, okay, but inside you're really like, how do you know it's really gone? By you telling me, okay, we finished chemo and it's gone?
Yeah.
Now give me a PET scan and then we talk about, is it going?
Yes, that's where I'm at on this journey.
Right. So you fought it in 2023 and you finished chemo when? What's your treatment?
I did 16 rounds of chemo. So was it 2023? Because yep. And then 2024, the beginning of 2024 was my last treatments. And I had my double mastectomy March 2024. Yep. And to me, Mo, that's the day. That bell, that ain't the day. The day for me is the day that they took the cancer out of my body, and then she removed 5 of my lymph nodes and 2 came back positive.
Mm-hmm. This was after chemo?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yes. Yep. I got my double mastectomy. And then it had tried to come out, so it got into my lymph nodes.
Wow.
My arm. So yeah, I'm living life on, like, I ain't gonna say I'm living life on eggshells, but it's always that thought. It's always there. It's always there. So this March will mark 2 years for me.
Yeah. And that's for all of us. You know, it's just always, we have that PTSD and any pain, any aches after cancer. You're like, oh my God, cancer?
That
like,
it? Yep.
Yep. Did it come back?
Yeah.
You know? So you had the mastectomy and then you did reconstruction.
Then I did radiation and then I did reconstruction. And so reconstruction at the beginning, and perhaps it was the consultation that I received from my doctor, I was actually excited. Like, what do you mean I get 2 brand new perky titties?
Yeah.
This is gonna be great. You got to look at the bright side of it, right?
Right, right.
So, and then, here's the topper. And you get the lipo, this gut. So you need some of the fat from the gut to transfer to the titty.
Nice.
Well, he don't tell the whole story because I have, as you can see, they're not balanced because it's called radiation damage.
Okay.
So you kind of do the weighting game and see if the radiation will heal and the scar tissue will heal, and this should eventually fall. And if it doesn't, then you do stage 2 reconstruction. And now I'm literally scheduled for stage 3 reconstruction April 13th. And I'm telling him, if this don't work and they don't sit equally proportioned, then I'm just gonna be
What you ain't come up with a name.
I'm just gonna be lopsided. I'm not gonna keep doing that.
Right. So it's just like a waiting game.
And I've looked into it. People have had like 6 reconstruction surgeries.
Wow.
From radiation damage, scar tissue. You can't reverse it, is what the word on the street is.
So how was the mastectomy for you?
As far as like coming home.
Yeah,
oh, that's the part. So
that whole process,
that's the part I was setting you up for, is that being single and no kids, my aunt, my mom, and my family pitched in, but I didn't realize God was setting me up this whole time. Like, I was able to relax in my home and be so comfortable. Like, I didn't have, it was even my family was like, it's so organized because everything was new. You know, and so my healing part of my of everything was just smooth, with my mom taking me to chemo every Monday. My chemo appointment was at 1. I would wake up at like 7, 8 o'clock and drink probably I made it my business to drink like 64 ounces of water before 1 o'clock.
Okay.
So when I got there and I had a port, and I had to have my chemo on a bag and pole because I used the bathroom so much during chemo. I started seeing it coming out, like the red devil, they say. Yeah. It comes out your pee. It was coming out as I was in chemo because I had drank so much water. And so I was still able to work. My doctors was looking at me like, you all right? So you don't have any side effects? No.
Oh, wow. So through your whole 16 rounds you worked and no side effects?
No side effects.
Wow, that's amazing.
That was like being in the furnace and not getting burnt.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
The whole time I worked. No side effects. And the only thing that I regret is listening to them saying, take it easy. I stopped working out and gained like 20 pounds, but I wish I would have kept working out.
Right. I tell people, like, resume your life. If you feel good, resume your life. That's mental. When you're like, you got cancer. Cancer doesn't have you.
Yeah.
Resume your life. If you feel good, just keep going. And if you have one of those days where you don't feel good, then you rest.
Yes.
Listen to your body.
Yeah, I wish I would have listened as far as that portion of my journey when my doctor was like, just take it easy. I wish I would have listened to my body and said, well, you still got energy, go on and go to the gym.
Right. And you did, and you were afraid.
Yeah, I was like, I'm just gonna relax. They said just chill. Here come my auntie, like, you gotta eat. You taking this medicine, you gotta eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Right. So your appetite was good? You didn't lose your taste or anything?
No. Towards the end, I did once. I'll never forget. We were having burgers and fries, and I literally ate the whole thing of ketchup until I realized I lost my taste buds.
But
big.
Not the whole bottle of ketchup?
It was like a dipper thing that they kept bringing it over, and I'm like, I cannot. What is going on?
Oh, okay.
At that moment, I'm like, oh, I lost my taste buds. My
Wow.
nail beds got dark. My hair fell out, which I wear my hair short anyways. And
Yeah.
then I was grateful that it was cold here, so I had on a scully.
Yeah.
I
So
didn't look.
what's up with that picture that you post though? What was that? Where
Which one?
you compared you had a dark face and then a light face. What was that?
Yeah, chemo like darkened my skin. It may eventually like my eyebrows. I was totally bald. I would have at the end. I remember having like itch attacks, like from the chemo built up in my system, is what she was saying it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, it darkened my skin, made my hair fall out, made my nail beds black.
That was your nails, your fingers and your toes?
Yep.
And so was that your whole body or was that just your face?
I can only recognize it in my face.
Okay.
It's crazy that to think that you get those diagnoses, and immediately I thought, oh, okay, God chose me for this. Oh, okay, like let's lace up these boots. We about to
Uh-huh.
go to war with the devil.
That's right. That's right.
Immediately I thought that. And so throughout the whole journey, I just feel like I didn't realize, and still to today, I probably, now I look back like, oh my God, I was fighting for my life. But during the time, it was just like, let's go. Let's get in our war room. Let's be worshiping God. Let's make sure that we got our feet anchored in his word. I was just in the moment. And then fast forwarded and I look back like, wow, girl,
I did that.
I did that.
I did that. So was there at any point where you were scared?
Nope.
Wow. No side effect. Like, well, you didn't feel any sickness. It didn't bring you down, and you had no fear. You were ready.
No,
You were ready to kick cancer's ass.
I was. The only fear that crossed my mind was when I was about to go back to have a double mastectomy. It was like, oh God, I'll get put down, you get put to sleep. And that's a major surgery. How much pain am I about to be in? And that was the only fear that I had.
Mm-hmm.
And I was able to come home and be comfortable, and
Right.
taken care of by my family.
Right. Right. So then you did the mastectomy. Take us through your journey.
So I took off work. I did my double mastectomy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm grateful for Paul Mitchell because they held me down. Like, they didn't never just say, well, we'll let you know if there's a position available. Every time I had the energy to, they would allow me to work in between surgeries, or
Right.
even doing like I did a lot of community events where
Mm-hmm.
the students would meet me on locations, and we would do like haircuts for the homeless, or we did like a bunch of back to school haircuts for the little kids. So
Right.
I didn't necessarily go into the building, but I was still able to do what I love to do.
Right.
um and then radiation after I healed from my double mastectomy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, and then they put those fillers in, and you got to go and get this big old needle injected in both breasts to put stretch out the skin, is what they were calling it.
Is that like
Expander
expanders?
expanders.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that was torturing. I think I went once a week to do that. And then radiation, after radiation, every day, 30 days. And I didn't feel any too much side effect from radiation either.
Wow.
No, I wasn't like fatigued. I wasn't tired. I was
Okay.
still working.
Yeah, it was pretty easy for me too. I had 21 rounds and at 19 is when it started to burn and my skin started to peel apart. So
Mm-hmm.
So I had like 2 more sessions, but towards the end is when it really got me. It didn't affect your skin?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. She is shriveled up under there, like real tight.
Right. So what would you say got you through everything? Like what brought you strength?
God.
Amen to that.
Yeah. He chose me. He chose us. It reminds me of like, have you tried my servant Job? Have you
Mm-hmm.
tried my servant Nita?
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, and my perspective on life in general, I'm an upbeat, happy person.
Right.
So I knew not to allow the devil to push me down.
Right.
I knew that's the very first thing is defeating the devil in your mind and not allowing cancer to have you. But oh, okay, so you chose me. Let's do this together. Let's lace up our boots. I remember getting protein shakes and bars, and everybody was like, get this, get this, get this vitamin, get that. And I literally just was stocking my cabinet up. You would think like it was about to be World War. I was getting ready, like, okay,
Right.
y'all say get. And it was a lot easier than I thought
Mm-hmm.
because of my belief system. My family made it easy for me because they was there for me.
That's beautiful. So you had a good support system.
Mm-hmm. And it's such a blessing because my mom is probably 10 houses down. We're on the same street. My
Mm-hmm.
uncle's a block over, and then my aunt is on the main street of this neighborhood.
Right, right, right.
So we're all right here.
So what would you say to someone that's recently diagnosed? What message would you give them?
Uh, don't beat yourself up. Um, stay as normal as you can, like and drinking plenty of water, like that flushed. Because I don't know if it's just the way that my thought system goes, but I just felt like I didn't allow that chemo to just rest in me. Like I pushed it. I kept drinking so much water, 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 water,
Was
water.
there is there a certain amount, a certain type of water that you would drink?
I was drinking Essentious.
Essentially.
Essentious. Mm-hmm.
Is that alkaline?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't get cold sores.
Mm-hmm.
I think they get like mouth sores from
Mouth
chemo.
sore, dry mouth, right?
Yeah.
Cotton mouth.
I
Yeah,
kept
I didn't
drinking
have
water,
that.
drink a lot of water, flush your system out, and just make sure like your relationship with God is on point. Because
Right.
it's not up to my mom. The prayers from my grandmama probably is what got me where I'm at today. But
Right.
right now, my relationship with him is so important.
Mm-hmm. And I tell people like take all messages, all Google searches with a grain of salt. You know,
Mhm.
because so many people tell you what their journey is and what they went through. And the thing is that everybody has a different story. Every
Mhm.
cancer is different.
Yes.
Every journey is different. Every
Everybody,
treatment, huh?
everybody body is different.
Everybody's body is dreaming. What one person goes through, the next person doesn't go through. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? Like
Mhm.
somebody's like, "Oh, I got depressed." You know, you're gonna get depressed, and so I started to get worried. You know, I said to my doctor after my first chemo treatment, like, "Okay, when am I gonna get sick?" And she was like, "No, no, no, no! Don't think that way. Don't think that way. No, you're gonna be fine. Think positive. Think
Yes.
positive." And I stayed thinking positive, and I made it through. And I
Yep.
tell people if you don't feel good, just lay down and rest.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
I also tell people that, you know, you try to wonder why, like, why did this happen to me? You know,
Yeah.
why would you choose me? And then I think about who you are as a person, like what's your path in life, you know? And I personally, I was a promoter in the nightlife industry. So I have a big following, you know, huge
Oh,
following.
okay.
So I just kind of felt like I'm that person that I can get that message across, like breast
Mhm.
cancer awareness, you know, make sure you self exam. Like, wait a minute, she's not talking about come to the next party.
Nah, I'm owning my assignment in this season.
That's not my assignment no more, baby. My assignment is like, what's behind the bra? Do you know what's behind the bra?
I
Did
know. I
you
love
did you check
that.
did you check what's behind the bra?
That's
Breast
so good.
cancer awareness. Check. Like don't be
Yeah.
afraid.
And you got to be intentional about the people you surrounding yourself with too, because those
Absolutely.
people will affect you either negatively or positively. So some people you might have to eliminate, and they may not be able to go on this journey with you,
Exactly.
and that's okay.
Exactly. The buck stops here, buddy.
Listen, I cannot carry your burden and my burden and listen to the gossip and all of this. I got enough going on trying to keep up with my chart.
Right, right. So how would you say that Nita B changed her pain into purpose?
Wow, my
Hey.
pain turned into purpose. Well, listen, by just being transparent, like broke people break people. And so I probably wouldn't been able to openly talk about it during my breaking season. But once I healed, I felt a responsibility to share my healing
Mm-hmm.
with others, and perhaps the journey can help somebody else. My testimony now.
Mm-hmm.
My test before is now my testimony. And so it turned into, and then it got even deeper when I'm able to use my craft and go out in that community, that breast cancer community where they're at the walks. I'll take
Mm-hmm.
my students, and we had a line of people. We're painting like ribbons on the faces. We're putting braiding pink hair in their hair.
I
We're
love that.
spraying it in the hair. It was like, just our session was crazy, and we was stomping the grounds. Like, we went to the Susan G. Komen walk. We went
Nice.
we was outside all of October,
Uh-huh.
and my job allowed me to do that.
And
So
tell everyone again, what do you do?
I'm a hairstylist and a cosmetology educator at Paul Mitchell. And
That's
so the
dope.
students love going out in the community because they get to network, and they get to see how they're affecting other people. When we do homeless haircuts, we do back to school events, we see how these kids and these humans just brighten up, like they just instantly change. And so when I was able to have them come and be aside of me at breast cancer walks, and they knew that I had just fought my battle,
Mm-hmm.
it was like tears in that school to have that community love on me in that way and support me, because they were
Oh,
showing up. We went to a good 4 walks.
that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Hmm.
I actually, I've been doing What's Behind the Bra since I battled. I battled in 2020 through 2021.
Hmm.
And I didn't really know where I wanted to take What's Behind the Bra. Like my girlfriend came up with the name, but I didn't know what exactly to do. And so what I do is I make care packages for other women that battle breast cancer, and I mail the packages around the United States. And I don't do globally yet because it's kind of expensive to
Not
go
yet.
globally, but I'm praying that through the year, we'll get some donations and grants, and I could take it globally. And I actually met you through was it Instagram
Yes.
when you were battling, and I sent you a package, and I love that video that you made. That was dope.
Yes. To get that was like, oh my God, there's this lady had to gone through this before, because it's just stuff in there that's like, you need people, and
Mm-hmm.
people don't understand it unless they went through it. It's the
Right,
small, like small details. Like, I think it was a pill organizer. It's like, oh, I could use this.
right, right.
It was just the small details in that bag
Yeah,
that
and the thing
made
is,
me know that you went through the same battle.
and that's what I did. I was like, let me put things in there that I kind of went through. The little hat is actually a chemo cap. So when, you begin to lose your hair, your scalp starts to, your
Hurt.
scalp is sore.
Yep.
So the chemo cap, when would go to sleep with it, it would like comfort it, you
Mm-hmm.
know? So I was like, oh, let me get the chemo cap and put that in comfort care bag, and a blanket and socks, and every year I've done different things that I added to the bag, but mostly I just want to bring comfort to other women that are going through it, you know?
Yeah. Yes. I've gone up to the chemo center and given out just what my leftovers was from when, and some of the stuff I'm like, oh, I might need this again. But it's like the pillows where I had my double mastectomy that helped me get comfortable in the chair. It was when you had those drain bags on the
Right.
couches. And I always take stuff up there because I'm always still there. I'm on Verzenio and I'm on Letrozole.
Mm-hmm.
So I go and see my oncologist every 3 months to do my lab work to make sure like this medication isn't affecting my heart or my kidneys or my lungs.
Right, right, right.
And
Well,
so
no, that's good.
yeah, it's like even though you've made it on the other side and you would think like your life can kind of get somewhat normal, you still live with is that it coming back, and B, these follow-up visits that for
It's the
me
new
right now
normal.
every
You
three
have a
months.
new normal.
Yep. Yeah. And so only the
Yeah.
strong survive.
Only the strong survive, and you have to be strong. You have to keep pushing through. I tell people just keep pushing through. I mean, some people have their down days and they don't, they feel good, or you may go through depression,
Yes, it's
like,
okay. It's normal human.
right. It's okay. And, it's important that you have that strong community of supporters, someone to talk to, to bring your spirits back up,
Oh
So that
yeah.
it definitely happens, but you got to fight through it. That's what being a warrior is about. It's not, you're not only fighting chemo, it's a mental, it's, it's,
Yes.
it's physical. And after, my biggest thing is like, they wanted me to go on tamoxifen, which is to prevent reoccurrence. And they tell you go on it for 5 years. But the side effects is that you might get uterine cancer. Like, are you kidding
Oh yeah.
me? So I'm taking one thing to prevent the cancer, and then there may be a choice, it may be possible that I'm going to get another diagnosis, something different. Like,
That's crazy.
that was really hard for me to decide. But I said, you know what? I'd rather do it and say that I did it than if I didn't take the tamoxifen and it reoccurred fast. I don't want to kick myself in the ass and say,
I
damn,
should
I
have.
should have.
Right.
So it's not bad. I don't really get any side effects from the tamoxifen. It's my 5th year this year, so I actually just stopped. And the oncologist was like, oh, I was thinking maybe I was going to tell you 10 years. No, you were not. I'm good. I'm gonna go with the 5 years. Tapping out.
Uh-huh.
So it's okay to know your body, study your body, and if you don't feel like doing it, and you did your research, then hey,
Absolutely.
stand on your ground and do it. Like let's take it from here, because
Mm-hmm.
I think once you go through chemo, it sends you also through early menopause. So that was a beautiful thing for me.
I don't know about the hot flashes coming along.
Oh, no, them hot flashes is terrible, girl.
Oh gosh.
What?
Then we take something else to prevent that. Vioza.
I don't take anything for that. That's what you do.
Vioza helps with the hot flashes.
It doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I was waking up drenched.
Oh, I don't have it. I like once in a blue, I'll wake up drunk. So I didn't really have that issue.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
so so what do you take? Is it tamoxifen?
I'm taking no, I'm taking Vioza to for the hot flashes. I'm taking Verzenio and Letrozole for not having reoccurrence. And
Oh,
I think it's scary that Verzenio it comes across the TV all the time, and it'd be like could do this, could do that, could cause this, cause death. You'd be like, oh my god, I'm taking that.
Oh,
But
I'm like, you'd be like, well, damn, you was scared. You, you was
and
scared.
so she had to lower the dose because I was having. So after the dust settled, I always call it after the dust settled, you'd be like, whew, what just happened? And then you'd be like, okay, my hair, the texture changed a little. Like you look at yourself in the mirror a little, like you kind of like you say, what's behind the bra? It's not
Right,
it's not the same tatas no more. It's like, oh my God, what just happened? And
right.
so the aftermath is like neuropathy, numbness in my hands, and
Oh
I
my
do
God, that's
hair,
horrible too.
and I have to do hair, and so lately it's been muscle spasms where my finger is just getting stuck like this, and I'm like, so then they want you to take a muscle relaxer, and then like you said, it sends you in premenopause, so now I don't have a period, which I'm cool, but my diagnosis also came with it could reoccur in your ovaries. So
Right.
if you want to have kids or what do you want to do, Miss Boyles? And I was like, I want to be here. So it's more important for me to be here than to have kids. And so I had to have proceeding after these surgeries. It's like another surgery to get my ovaries removed so that it doesn't come back.
Now
Um,
this was
yeah.
after you finish. Okay, because I have a family member going through it, and I tried to get, see if maybe she could try it before she started the process. So I wasn't really sure about after you go
Yeah, it happened
through.
after. And so okay, and then you go on to different doctors because now the oncologist is sending me to a gynecologist. And the gynecologist wants to take my whole hysterectomy. And so I'm like, wait, she told me just my ovaries. You telling me this? And she's like, well, while you're down there,
Mm-hmm.
just do what my doctor suggested because I'm
Right,
already overwhelmed.
right.
Then so I called my oncologist, like, what is this lady talking about? She want me to do a total hysterectomy, and
Oh, we're
you
talking about hysterectomy.
you
Okay.
wanted me to just have my ovaries removed. I'm so confused. And so
Mm-hmm.
I need y'all to get on the same accord. Can y'all communicate with each
Oh,
other?
wow. Wow.
And so it wasn't a huge surgery because they're able to go in robotically and push it out your navel.
Oh, wow.
Through
Okay.
your navel and push it out. However, so I got like marks here and here, but nothing like a cut.
Mm-hmm.
And so she kept it at just the ovaries.
Right, right. Okay, well, that's good. So that was good that you were like, oh, no, hold up. Like, get on the same page, you know?
I'm like, wait a minute.
Wait a damn minute.
Yes.
You're talking
Like
about
this
my life
dust,
here.
the dust has settled and you really be like, okay, I got neuropathy, I got muscle spasms. I can't have children. And still side effects from the pills, like you said, that they want you on for 5 years. I'm still kind of finding my niche because I think I was on tamoxifen for 3 months or so, and I could my body. I'm like, I can't live like this. And
Right,
so they
right.
tried this and they switched this and they lowered the dosage with this, and finally I feel like. However, I did run. So you got to take Zofran so that you don't get nauseated from the Verzenio. And so I ran out of Zofran one day, and I was like, my body probably should be fine. I could take
Hmm.
it. And so no, I was like, I need the Zofran to go with it. It's like ongoing. It's ongoing. But
So
I
they tell you, is that 5 years? Did they tell you 5 years?
yes, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm here. That's all that matters. And it breaks my heart that my girlfriend, she so this is another story when I had stood up in church and I think it was my first time standing up after I had gone through the battle, and I was like, I'm a recent breast cancer survivor, and like the church just was, yeah, praise the Lord, and I was like, you know how you just be like, oh my God, I wasn't expecting that reaction.
Yeah.
And so then I was after church, a lady walked up to me and she was like, can you share your story? At an event, da, 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 da. And I said, yes. But part of my story is talking about my girlfriend, right? And so I wasn't 100% sure if that was what had happened to her. It wasn't
Mhm.
nothing but God. And so I was still going to the gym, and I went to the gym. Her mama pulled up right next to me.
Really?
And I was like, I've been wanting to talk to you because we go to church, but I keep missing her. And I was like, I got an event. It was literally the next day. And I was like, they asked me to speak. And part of my story is telling them about Deidre, your daughter. And is it true that she had breast cancer and it had spread it, or did they because somebody else, you know how people say they gave her too much medicine. They were trying to sedate her too much and her body couldn't handle it. And
Right.
so I didn't know 100% was was it breast cancer. And so her mom and I stood outside in tears because she said, yeah, it was breast cancer. And after going through Deidre's things, I realized that she was in a lot of pain, but she never spoke about it because she said I would find Advils and Tylenols and all these different drawers. And so
Mhm.
probably her symptom was some kind of headache, some kind of pain, and she just kind of ignored her body.
Right.
But hers was breast cancer, and it had went to her brain.
Wow. In a matter of how much time? Like,
Well, she went into the hospital. We didn't have her a week after she went into the hospital for a headache.
wow. See, that's why I
So,
always tell people, don't ignore your body.
no,
Listen to your body.
I freaked out when she passed away. Like, this girl I grew up with as a child in the same neighborhood.
Mhm.
Hold on, wait a minute. She passed away from breast cancer that went undetected.
Right.
And I was diagnosed that same year.
That's scary. It's
So
very scary.
yes, listen to your body. If anything, take somebody with you. Cause I feel like too, going to different doctor's appointments, you get overwhelmed with the information. And sometimes I will hear something, my mom might hear something, my aunt might hear something, and we all just would collaborate what we did here.
Right, right.
It was a lot. You're going to see an oncologist, then you're going to see, you got to go get an MRI, you got to go get a CAT scan, you got to go see a radiation doctor, you got to go see
It's
if
a
you get your
lot.
ovaries taken out, you got to go see a gynecologist.
Right. It's a lot.
It was so much that had I been by myself, um, I don't know if I would have retained the information because I still feel like it's a lot of information that is still needed to be retained. But I'm just going day by day.
Mhm. So today you are 2 years cancer free, right? Hey,
Yay!
what's it ringing the bell mean for you emotionally?
um, to close of that chapter, like I was telling you, the bell didn't really have significant meaning to me because I knew what was still to lie in front of me. And you still think like I did know, even though I was going through the motions and hadn't gotten detailed information, I did know that all chemo does is shrink the size of the cancer.
Mhm.
So ringing the bell was not significant to me because cancer was still present in my body.
Right.
So the double mastectomy, they should have a bell after that.
Right, as each step, right?
Oh my God, that is what was the major for me because now I felt like I'm cancer free.
Right, right. So how has surviving cancer changed your perspective on life?
Mo, like every day is like, let's what we doing? We outside, let's have fun.
Right,
And
right. You look at life
nothing
different.
nothing but God. But I've always been like a vision board creator. And so I've had I had an RV on my vision board. People think I'm crazy. Like, what you gonna do with an RV? I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I'm gonna travel. I bought, and then I did not realize it until I looked at my paperwork the other day. I had bought my RV a day to the day before I bought. Okay, so I had a double mastectomy on March 18th,
Mhm.
2020. What year we in? 2024.
Mhm.
So March 19th, 2025, I bought an RV.
Woo!
And I cannot wait. Like every weekend, I'm like, let's go. where we
Uh-huh.
going? Like, let's
Right.
explore, let's create memories, let's have fun. It just I feel the
Living life.
responsibility of getting my family together more. I have Sunday
Yep.
dinners more.
Yep. That's
So
beautiful. Yeah, that's beautiful. That's why I tell people, like, live your life. You look at it differently. Like, it's, you know, the way you used to look at life, like you take for granted that you have tomorrow. You take things for
mhm.
granted. And I'm like, if I want to do something, let's do it. Like,
Yes,
here's the thing. I want to go to Paris. I've never been to Paris, but I just want to go to Paris because on September 30th, they changed the Eiffel Tower to pink for 8 hours to kick off Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So my thing, that's like my bucket list, is I keep
to be
saying
there.
September 30th, I'm gonna go. My mother's like, you just turn it on the TV. I'm like, no, I want to be there.
I love that. Yeah, you have a different perspective.
Yep,
Like I
yep,
want
yep,
to create a lot of good memories.
yep.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us a little bit about, what your purpose in giving back. Like, tell us about your youth program, the Beauty Blueprint. What impact you hoping to have on the next generation?
So, my prayer is that they leave there with skills that they can utilize immediately. And so, whether it is bringing awareness to it's just an introduction. And I only get 2 hours a week with them, 6 weeks, 6 week course. And so I do it for Paul Mitchell.
Okay.
However, I do it for the young youth of Pontiac, which is younger base, and I only get so much time with them.
Okay.
And so my
What age?
goal,
What age is younger base?
they are 10th through 12th graders.
Okay.
I had younger than that, but then they were like dropping my blow dryer and stuff, and I was like, "Can you give me some older kids up in here because they tearing my stuff up?"
Like, that costs money, honey.
And so, I want them to be able to, like, I know how to properly sanitize my stuff. I know how to properly drape somebody, without cross contaminating and getting hair all over them. And then not only that, to apply those skills and like product knowledge, how to layer curly hair and diffuse it. Our thing is like people with straight hair want curly hair and people with curly hair want straight hair.
Right.
That's just a given.
Right.
However, people with curly hair, the reason why they don't embrace it is because they don't know the education behind it. They don't know the products behind it. And so just bringing more awareness in that realm of it and how to tame their own hair. And then also introducing them to like spa treatment, like steam facials, hand massages, paraffin dips, just
Mhm.
a whole nother realm that they probably I haven't been to a spa when I was in high school, so I
Right.
can bring the spa to them, and maybe it won't be so elaborate if a guy was like, "Let me take you to a spa." Like, "Oh, I did that before."
So what do? You go out into the community or they come to you?
Yeah, I'm at it's called the Bowen Center. It's like a community center, and
Mm-hmm.
so I go
In
there all
Pontiac,
night.
Michigan.
Yep.
And how often do you do it? 6 weeks?
Once a week, 6 weeks. It's a 6 week course. So every 6 week, God has given me a bunch of batch of students to have an impact on, and not
Mm.
just in the Pontiac, but also in my at Paul Mitchell. They have placed me in a classroom, and I'm a huge faith believer, and I believe that God has me in this season to be impactful to I'm the light in dark places. He sent me here for that. That's my assignment.
I know that's right. I know that's right. So how can people find you if people are interested in maybe joining? Because it's only to people in Michigan, right? They got to be in the area.
Yeah, you could go on my social media, which is Satin Styles. Is on IG. And then on Facebook, I'm Nita B on Facebook. And all of my information is there. You could DM me and I could get you connected to the right people and doing the right things. Even opportunities, people reach out and say, "Hey, would you be interested in bringing some of your students to do haircuts or manicures or We've done bridal expos. We've done a lot. So
That's
any
dope.
out to me, yeah, I can make it happen.
Okay, that's good to know. So, what does the phrase "What's behind the bra" mean to you personally after everything you've been through?
Wow. Okay. The phrase to me means it's real. Like I feel like people see this bubbly, smiley person. Don't get me wrong, you might see a tear or two or me on a bad day. But when you take off your bra and you see the scars from double mastectomy, port placement, having your ovaries pushed out and cut, and you see when you take it off, it it might look good like this, but when I take off what's behind this bra, my scars are really revealed.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what when you say what's behind the bra, it means that the true scars is going to be revealed. Are you ready for that? Because I don't think people know what this looks like behind the bra, what these scars look like
Right. Right.
internally. Like you can even say, it weighs on us internally, but we carry it. Like, what? I got this. What you mean? It's been my strength. But sometimes internally you can be fighting and crying, and you realize you don't got nipples. You don't
Right.
really want to know. Do you really want to know what's behind the bra?
Right. And you need to,
You
people really need to dive in and find out what's behind the
yeah.
bra. You
Uh-huh.
know?
Because you would be like, even just the fact that, like, saying no nipples,
Mm-hmm.
no nipples, scar tissue from radiation damage is burnt all up across here. It's two cuts straight across here.
Mm-hmm.
No feeling. I literally have to get in a mirror when I put my deodorant on because I'm probably all down here. No
Oh
feeling over
goodness
here.
gracious! But you know what? You are here, honey,
Yes,
and looking
yes.
beautiful. That beautiful smile. It's so
Aw,
good to meet you in, well, not in person, but virtually.
for sure. We'll
I
we'll
want to.
connect. I'll drive over there to you.
Yeah, absolutely. We definitely got to meet in person one day. So
Uh-huh.
what? Before we close out, what legacy would you like to leave about Miss Nita B?
Oh man, that's a deep one. My legacy, I would love for people. I feel like as of right now, people already know that I am a solution oriented person. Like, and I tell people all the time, like, if y'all gossiping, then you must been gossiping with her. Like, people come to me and be like, can you pray like the upscale of things, not
Right,
the down, don't bring me that down stuff. Because if
right,
you do, I'm gonna ask you what's the solution. So my legacy is like, let's always be solution based. Because if
right.
there's a problem, what's gonna be the solution? Ain't no sense of us dwelling on the problem.
Mm-hmm.
And my family knows that too. Like, don't go to Nita with the, let's just figure it out before we call Nita.
Right, right.
So I'm always just like a bubbly spirit.
Yeah. No,
And
I can see
I
that.
get that everybody, we have our bad days. We could talk about it, but let's talk through it. Like, it's like, don't allow it to hinder the whole 24 hours. We could
Yeah.
talk about this for like 30 minutes.
Yep. Yep. All right. Well, Renita, thank you so much for sharing your story with us tonight.
For
Your
sure.
strength, your faith, and your resilience are truly, truly, truly inspiring.
Uh,
And I know your journey will give hope to so many people who may be walking a similar path.
I
And
pray it does.
to everyone watching and listening, thank you so much for tuning in to What's Behind the Bra. This podcast is all about bringing awareness, sharing real stories, and reminding people that no one has to go through this journey alone. If you enjoyed tonight's episode, please make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on all podcast platforms, and share this conversation with someone who may need encouragement. If you would like to support our mission or request a comfort care bag, please, please, please visit our website at www.behindthebra.org. And your support helps us to continue providing comfort, resources, and community for individuals and families navigating their health journeys. Until next time, remember, behind every bra, behind every diagnosis, and behind every smile, there is a story. Thank you so much, Nita B.
I love you.
Have a good night. I love you too. Stay
Thank you.
blessed.
You too.
Bye, everyone.